My name is Tshepo Skwambane. I was born in South Africa and grew up in the rest of the world.
My name is Derick Ncube. I was born in Zimbabwe, grew up in South Africa.
The whole idea is to retell the narrative of Africa, especially Southern and Eastern Africa, through fashion, retelling our story from our perspective as Africans. I was invited to join the collecting panel. Some were academics and some were just people who were from Africa. I was born in the east, Witwatersrand, east of Johannesburg, where most of the gold mines were. Gold has been a curse for Africans. They forced people to actually come and work on the gold mines by imposing the hut tax, which was introduced by the British administration. People of South Africa had to find money to pay the hut tax, and they were forced to do work, paid work. Yeah, the townships came about, because of the nationalists, the gold mines initially. People were forced into areas that were taken from their homelands.
Pushed into a corner.
Yeah.
Growing up in the days that I grew up in Africa, you used to have that buzz. Start picking up your friends one by one. You will start in Soweto and then end up in Deep Kloof. It's just that smell of lovely food when you're walking down the street, and you get different types of smells in every township you go to.
Different languages, different types of music.
Yeah.
And it gives you a real buzz.
It's amazing to actually get to be involved with 10 different people speaking different languages, and you're speaking a different language as well, but you all manage to engage in a conversation. Have a laugh at the end of the day. I had to adapt in different cultures, but I think the reason why I had to do that, and I felt it was not hard for me to do that, is because the welcome that you get when you
They embrace you.
They embrace you. And
When you talk about going out with your friends and you're speaking a lot of different languages and everybody speaking their own language, but understanding each other, makes me think of the idea of Africans were very separate people, but it's not true, and you can see it in modern day Africa, where different people interact very happily.
It's strange how I can be from a different background and somebody else can be from a different background, and we've never met before, but then I think because of the things that we've adapted from the TVs, televisions and other things around us, and that maybe our ancestors spoke the same language, it gives you that comfort
to communicate
with somebody in your own language, and that the other person communicate with their own language. If you can understand bits and bobs from that other person's language, you can
communicate.
From looking at it from outside to inside, it looks very strange.
Mm-hmm.
You think how does it happen, or how does it go about?
How does it work? Yes, you have people still wearing elements of traditional clothing.
Yeah,
it's very subtle, but it's there.
Most people show their thing when it comes to wristbands and then shoes. That you can tell that someone is from a different village by the shoes they're wearing, or you can tell they're from a different village with the beards they have different colors on their wristbands.
Or necklace.
It's manji, because it's modern and the bright colors as well. Basically, this manji means today, modern, but it's kind of a slang, slightly slang.
It is slang. The design is taken from Xhosa originally. Xhosa chiefs and elders would have that as a mark of status, but it would also denote their family background. Some of the colours you can actually figure out the meaning. The green would be vegetation, good health.
Yeah.
Even having had rains or things were good. Blue might be spirituality, or
For the
night
ancestors.
sky. Yeah, okay. The night sky.
Like traditional rituals,
Yeah.
traditional healings, stuff like that. Which side do these things go? Do they go in the front part or like on the waist?
It goes on the waist, and this
And
would
then it hangs
just
down
hang
to the
down.
thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's basically like it's based on the co-curation
The
traditional
koi,
back
yes.
in the thing where females and males only heads used to cover their front part. But now it's used in a traditional way, like showing respect.
Yes, more modern Ndebele blanket. It's a stunning piece, really amazing bit of history that is being imparted in an object. TP is the Transvaal Pretoria, which used to be the prefix to the plate number.
So that shows that you're from Pretoria.
Yeah,
Oh.
made by Ndebele people. The same people would have made this. And you can see there's, it's a more modern piece. It's got a lot more colour, a lot more impact, and it's a lot denser. And they're actually objects or depictions of buildings.
So that's the
Square.
houses, that's the lights, that's the skyscrapers.
Yeah, the Ndebele people who were living in Pretoria were moved out to the homelands as representing that struggle that they had been moved from an urban area into a rural area that was quite barren and it couldn't sustain the people. There's not enough work. This is a modern documentation of that, and it's making a statement about how disempowered the people felt. For the exhibition, I've chosen objects that people would normally take to show their cultural identity and are very important to them.